Did you hear about the bounty on the 10K bounty on death row chains?
Yeah, I did.
Was that a real thing?
I don't know. I mean, who would you turn them into to get the 10,000? Where was
Well,
the 10,000
according
coming
to
from?
Greg Kading, it was Puffy had put that number out there.
There is no doubt this understanding that there was a bounty. We've never been able to track that down to a source where said I was there when an agreement was made. But that was the understanding on the street and among these people, was that there was a bounty for the chain. And of course, we see that becomes real at the Lakewood Mall when Orlando Anderson tries to snatch Trayvon Lane's chain.
Can't confirm it.
So
nor
you would
deny
have
it.
to fly to New York, or what you do? Send Puffy a telegram. I got a death row chain. Send me the 10,000. Here's proof of the chain, and give him a picture of it. How would you get your 10,000?
That's what they say. Well, Puffy was affiliated with the South Side Crips.
Okay.
Like Keefe D, like if you look at this old Usher video, that was Keefe D's like 6'4" Impala
Gotcha.
in the video.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe when Suge's homie got killed, allegedly by Wolf, like Orlando and them were there
Right.
when it happened. So Puffy was somehow affiliating himself with these guys, because when he, according to Greg Kading, when he came to LA, he wanted to be able to move around, and Suge was making that difficult.
Puffy realizes that it's dangerous to come out here to Los Angeles, especially after what happened in Atlanta, and knowing that Suge's kind of holding him responsible for that. So he wants to come out here, he wants to promote his music, he wants to be able to kind of, run the streets and make connections, but he knows that with Suge out here, it's going to be hard to do.
Smart move on his part, and then to get somebody from the city that could probably hit from the same city that could probably counterbalance what he was bringing to the table. That was a good move.
Yeah, but ultimately it turned into a whole clusterfuck.
Yeah, Pac gone, Biggie gone.
Pac gone, Biggie gone, a bunch of other people are gone.
Yeah, I know a few more of them people too.
Well, you know what's interesting is when I interviewed Greg Kading, he said that once, he took over the whole investigation, but apparently once Orlando got back to Compton, there were guys in the South Side Crips that he was confiding in were calling the police and telling him that Orlando killed Tupac.
Mm-hmm.
So there were a couple informants from South Side neighborhood that were talking about it.
Okay, can you say who those people were or no?
Well, there was one guy. His last name was Brooks. He's deceased now, so I'm okay to mention him.
Okay.
He was a witness to the aftermath when they all got back home, and there's conversations going on, and Orlando's taking credit for it.
As well as, I guess, Orlando's aunt called in to report him.
In addition to a family member of Orlando Anderson's own family who early on was contacting detectives and saying my nephew was likely involved in this.
My nephew?
Yeah.
But you're not talking about Keefe D?
No, is a female. I had informants all over the place, and sometimes, you get together and you meet them at the Starbucks, they give you some information, you give them, $100, and you go about your business. And what they're thinking, this is an important component of this, is what they're thinking is that, I'm paying this forward because when the time comes where I do get pickled up and I'm in trouble, I've already done these guys favors and they're going to return the favor. So there's all these nuances to these relationships that get developed between cops and informants.
That's so ugly.
You know about that, though?
No.
Not personally, but you've seen this type of behavior?
No.
No?
No.
You never heard of this?
Paying snitching forward? No. Not at all. I'm totally unfamiliar with that. You just exposed a whole nother side of the game to me. Yeah, I'm totally unaware of that.
Sometimes he said he would reach in, a couple $100 out of his pocket and just give the person the money right then and there.
I would pay somebody for information on where drugs are being sold, give them $100.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's...
They would tell on someone that would get that person years in prison for $100.
Well, most of them are providing the information with the understanding that they're never going to be exposed. So they can provide the information, reap a reward from that information.
$100 though?
Whatever it is.
Doesn't that sound kind of silly when you say it out loud? Like,
no, not at all. I mean, only because I know it to be true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know, and for example, what Greg Kading told me was that when he got the Keefe D confession, I assumed they put like a little digital recorder on the table and press record. Nah, he had a hidden recorder on him.
And I doubt that he even knew that it was recorded. You know, he probably was unaware of the fact that it was being recorded.
Oh, so there wasn't a tape recorder right there when... No. Oh, it was like a hidden recorder?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. So he was being secretly recorded by the police while giving his confession?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's legal?
Oh, absolutely. All day long.
All day long.
Yeah, when you go into a police interview room, you better expect that there's a recording going on. You're not going to see the recorder, but it's...
Oh, wow. Oh, that's how it's done these days.
Watch any crime documentary, and you're sitting there watching videotape of a guy being interviewed, and that guy doesn't necessarily know that there's a videotape on.
Okay. Was he videotaped or just audio recorded?
Just audio recorded. Yeah, because it wasn't at the police station. We actually did the interviews at his lawyer's office.
And you guys just had tape recorders on you? I mean, recording equipment on you?
Small little concealable recorders.
Oh, so he never willingly and voluntarily gave them no statement or no confession about what went on?
Well, he did in his lawyer's office. He met with the police and told them everything. He just wasn't aware it was being recorded.
I know somebody that did that. Yeah, I get it. I know what, yeah. Yeah, I know how that happens. I thought it was some reprieve available, but yeah, we already know how I feel about that, so.
Yep.